Hello everybody, Skyrain here, back again with another Diablo Immortal video, of course. This is a series of videos that will be testing out the newer pieces in Battleground play. Not all new pieces, there's I swapped out one that's an older piece, but you'll see why in a minute. But let's just go over that real quick. Put on the new slow time headpiece. Time dilation. I changed the chest piece to the only thing I could because let me show my skills first actually. Not this. Okay, here we go. I got teleport still, ice armor, slow time, and disintegrate. This is my escapes basically, and saving grace with the ice armor. As much as it can anyway, it only does so much. It only can do so much for me. So anyway, here we go. That's why I put this one on. This one doesn't do all that much because since I removed ice crystal with this build, I just put this on because there's not this slot is limited. You either get lightning nova, ice crystal stuff, or a couple ice armor changes, and that's about it. That's your only options for the chest piece that are really viable. So this one doesn't do all that much with the 15%, but it's better than nothing, and plus the cooldown gives me a little bit of cooldown reduction. I still have the hailstone on here with the immunity charges. These do work together, so they both, I think they both stack anyway, because one's transformative, which is this one, and this one is not transformative. This also gives more ice armor cooldown reduction, which helps a little bit. It's better than nothing, let's put it that way. But anyway, the pieces that wanted to be seen as requested in some videos here, I got a couple samples. That's why it's going to be a 4-part series, so I'll do one at a time. But anyway, here we go. I'm just going over this real quick. Headpiece, the new slow time one, of course. I put the new shoulder piece on with the disintegrate sphere of decay, and then the new pants as well, so that when things get hit it reduces the cooldown. Let me see, and then that's it for the new pieces: the headpiece, the shoulders, and the pants. Everything else is of my choosing and older pieces. I put on the scour cut for a larger radius, disintegrate range increased, so it makes the radius of that effect bigger. It covers the lane nice and wide, which is kind of what you want. And I put on lost seconds only to give me some slow time cooldown decrease, because I want that to be up as much as possible. I don't have a lot of skill cooldowns on my gear. It's just how it is. I suppose I could have put on a different... I could have probably put on 2 pieces of Vithus for beneficial effects increase. That might have helped me out with this setup, but I didn't. I just ran with what I had real quick. And it has its moments, and you'll see it here in a bit when I show these videos that shows the gameplay. Yeah. Let's put it, I'll give you a rundown of the 4. The first video that I will show in this one will be, it's a whale fight on both sides, so I can only do so much. And I got focused a lot, so be that as may, you'll see that one first, and then we have an attack, and then a defense, and then one that pretty much shows, you know, team coordination is more of a factor than anything else, and it also boils down to, you know, pretty much RNG of the pairings you're gonna get. So anyway, there's that for the pieces. Again, this is what I ran with. These were the skills. One more time. I'll do this in every video, except a little bit shorter perhaps in the next 3 after this, but this is going to be part 1 of the 4-part series of the gear testing of the new stuff that kind of requested. So here we go. I gave it a go today, and I don't know. You'll see. I try to do what I could with it, with what I'm able to do with only 1800 reso. So we'll go ahead and get into it. Get into the match. Okay. Let's see here. I give the reso rundowns of everybody.
Nothing can stand against us.
Myself first in this one was 1837. Gotta be quick because we got a timer. 2170. 4325. 2000. Here we go. 8320. This is when I'm like, oh, okay, here we go. Gonna be not a full-blown whale fight, but there's definitely gonna be whales on the opposing team if that's what we got. This is an 8000. And a 6630, of course. Theirs still fluctuates depending on how much they want to lower their stuff, because they have had over 7k reso. Try to use the slow time at the beginning for a little bit of movement speed boost. Now granted, they changed the Lightning Nova Sprite Spark where you can attack with it now, and that's a lot of fun actually, but I've only used it in dungeons so far. Yep, I'm getting crushed already. There's Darrow, Truman, and Condor. So if any of you know those names and recognize them, you'll know that they are fairly substantial whales. So we only had about 2 big whales on our side. They had at least 2 big ones plus a lot of upper mids. So this was definitely a uphill battle for us here, to say the least. I know Shrooming in this fight is 8k flat. I don't know how you get that evenly so well, but with reso, but they did. So they're 8k flat. Darrow, I forget. We'll have to see at the end of the video. This is the first match I had after setting this build up. So I kind of got thrown in the deep end, to say the least, with doing this test. It's literally the first time I tried with all those all these essences put on, and I get thrown into this kind of matchup, and I'm like, oh great, well, here's one way to see how well it goes, one way or the other. And even still, it doesn't matter what build at this point. In this kind of matchup, it's gonna be, you know, hit or miss no matter what. See, they're chasing after me for hard. The only thing I can do with this build mostly is set it and forget it. I can put down a wide AoE field and just hope for the best, unfortunately, with this kind of setup. My primary attack is the only thing I got to really do anything else with, but most times I get focused too hard at that point to really be able to start firing off shots. There's the barbs. I'm poisoned. He's gonna barb me again, probably. No, he's gonna fear me first and then barb me again. Yep. Use the Wraith form fear to get a corpse, and corpse spike me twice. In succession, pretty much. Standard necro stuff. It's always the usual. Wraith form, drop some corpses, corpse lance with all the poison, spikes, and barbs. Rinse, repeat. And when they're 8k reso,
I grow weak.
they got enough potency, etc., and all that against my 1800 reso. That, you know, there's not much you can do really. With my ice immunity, I can only suck up so many of those poison barbs, or the corpse barbs. Trim it again. Trying to get out and heal out of the poison. I can put down my set and forget fields on top of the idol and hope for the best. This one I'm not exactly able to be as hands-on offensive. Again, it's more of a set and forget. This was really kind of hard to, I don't want to say showcase, but it was definitely hard to make use of. And again, this is the first time I tried this build out, and this is the matchup I got thrown into. So, it does start to get a little bit, I do start to get a little bit more of the hang of it towards the end of this match. But for now, I'm just kind of like, all right, I'm still not used to my mind muscle memory for the skill keys and when to use them and how to, because this one you have to do the combo. You have to do, oh, what do you call it? You have to do slow time first, so you get that buff. You get the effect on the disintegrate ticks, so they're faster. If you don't do slow time first, it won't happen. It'll just do slow disintegrate ticks. Have to. Absolutely have to do slow time first. This Gil's getting a little frustrated with the other whale on our team. The other whale, the 8K that we had on our team was, I guess they were staying back trying to farm the lower people on the enemy team, which they didn't have as many as we did. They had more whales than we did.
Aid. I need healing.
Darrow. There's one. Managed to actually get one that time, but I'm getting killed again because got armor for days there, and those are two big wings. This entire time, Gil is yelling at Martial for getting the left lane the entire time here, and I'm not entirely sure if I ever seen them helping out. Just us doing whatever we could here.
I grow weak.
Focus start again. Look at the map. I mean, it's rightfully so, because it's like, well, I'm going over to this side constantly, entire time myself as the squishiest one on our side, trying to do anything at all to deter, and that's all I could do in this fight here, was just deter with the setup that I was running with. Again, first time trying this build out, and it was an absolute mess. We somehow managed, we somehow managed to hold them back. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, so yeah, I'm at the very bottom. Wasn't able to do too much with it. Like I said, it was the first time using it too. So here we go. 8,000 Rezo on Schumann. Go down the list here. 4278. Opposing side. 7712 on Darrow, yeah. Those were the two that were cracking me the entire time in the left lane. 4K. 2200. We had an 8K and a 6K. They had a 7, an 8. Already. So yeah. Made for an interesting interesting time, to say the least. So yeah, that was my first outing with the new setup that I had just showed here. So anyway, that's the first match. It'll be 1 of 4. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to cut this now so it doesn't go any much longer than it already has. I'll do a quick recap again at the start of the next video to show my gear again in case anybody misses this video, and then back with a couple other examples of how I start to kind of get more of a feel for it, and the pairings of the parties that you get is also a huge factor, and what you're doing with it as well, as always. So anyway, until the next one, bye bye.